What is up, you guys? What a day. What a day. um, I just finally got this computer together. I am so not used to how to use this, like in the slightest at all. I'm so used to using an actual, uh, you know, Apple computer that now when I use this Windows, it's really really weird. Like it's really weird. I'm not used to it in the slightest. Even using like a wired mouse and not having my little magic mouse scrolly thingamajig is really weird. But we're gonna have to get used to it. So what's up, guys? We got 8 people here. Hit the like button. Let me know how you guys did. I did not check the stock market at all today, at all. At one point, I actually was up like $1,400. And it was really weird because I was up and just didn't check. And I was in SDC for those of you who do not know, and it just ripped for some reason for like 15-20 minutes and then started to sell off. So if you guys have any problems hearing me, if you guys have any problems seeing anything, making sure that everything is set up properly right now, it's been a long time. I'm not going to bore you guys too long, but pretty funny. I actually got the wrong computer. I ordered it. I don't know anything about computers. I went to the computer place and just picked up the wrong one. So here we are. So let's see. Shane sold all those GS puts at day's low. So good. That's dope. It's good for you guys. Good for you, Shane, because I'm happy that I got out actually at the perfect time. On when I took down my both my Boeing puts. Had a good day. You're gonna buy Uber. What's up, Greg? Greg, are you new? I think I've seen you around here. What's up, brother? I have Uber. I have $25,000 worth of Uber right now. Love Uber stock. I have a whole lot of stuff on Uber. Love it. So right now, I'll actually tell you my price. I have 703 shares, so only $23,000 worth at an average cost of $25.60. So why am I doing this stream? So I was gonna make a whole video on it. I decided not to because I'd rather do a live stream. I'd rather have you guys respond to questions. I would rather have, real interactions with you guys. If you have any questions, my thoughts on something. But hey, as an Uber investor, I'm really happy. Also, guys, if it's your first time here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Really helps. We do live streams like this almost every single day, constantly putting out stock market videos. It's an awesome channel. So let's go over some of the news about Uber. I got this little Forbes article. I think you guys can only see my Thinkorswim, but it's all good. So Uber's Grub Hub play, a desperate bid to save a business everyone hates. Now, I don't think that Uber acquisition of Grub Hub was actually real yet. I don't think it actually went through. On the news, it ripped like 12% automatically, and then sold off like 2 days ago, and then today it was down, and it's been all over the place. So it says, Uber's takeover of the bid for Grubhub offers potential for the rideshare giant to become a dominant player in food delivery. I think they already are, but whatever. They lose a ton of money on it, but I think they are a dominant player. The offer, which could value Grubhub at $6.9 billion, would give Uber Eats 55% of the delivery market, with the additional 24 million active users, and usher in a new wave of consolidation that many will hope will hit a reset button on the industry. So it's all going to shake out over the 12 to 18 months. Should Uber buy Grubhub, a big ripple effect will happen. Says Daniel Ives, managing director of Wedbush Securities, who is now eyeing DoorDash, the current leader in 35% of the market share. I would potentially be a catalyst for DoorDash and Postmates to get married as well. So we kind of talked about this a lot. If you've been around, you know that I've been talking about this for a while. I actually thought that, Lyft. I actually thought Lyft was going to buy Grubhub, because let's be honest, in the delivery space, there's really two main players. There's Uber and there's DoorDash. Postmates, Instacart, Grubhub, they're really not the big players when it comes to this. The big thing is going to be DoorDash, and it's going to be Uber. And I'm surprised. I thought Lyft was going to try to get into the food delivery space. I thought they were going to try to buy out Grubhub, but it doesn't seem like they're able to. So let me know what you guys think as we go through this video on what you think of the acquisition. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's bogus? Do you think it's good for them? Do you think it's bad for them? But the reason that they're able to do this, I've been talking about this for a long time, it's not the best business morals. And I understand this sucks as somebody who runs their own business, who is an entrepreneur, that these big companies can really just kill smaller companies all the time. But as an investor in Uber, it's kind of a good thing. So the big knock on Uber, as to anybody, is they lose money. They lose a ton of money. They lost $2.89 billion in the past quarter. I mean, but you got to think to yourself, like, for what? Why? Right? If they were to jack up all the prices, I would say probably about $2 a delivery, they would probably break even. The reason that they are losing so much money when it comes to deliveries is because their plan is to undercut every single delivery company so that they're the only ones left. It's literally kind of like monopoly, but in today's society, which is illegal. But what they're doing is they are undercutting DoorDash. Well, the DoorDash is pretty cheap, but they're undercutting DoorDash, they're undercutting Postmates, they're undercutting all of these different companies. And so the point is, you look right now with the whole, I can't say the word because we're on YouTube and they get pissed, the whole Rona situation. What did they do? They didn't start jacking up the prices of everything that's going on and saying, we need to make money for Wall Street. We can't have even more losses. We need to jack up the prices. No, they said, you know what? Free food delivery for everybody. Do you know how much money they're going to lose? We already saw they lost a ton of money in Q1, but if this continues to go on, Q2 is going to be trash because they're just giving deliveries away for free. But if you look long term, it's an amazing idea because you get all these people who never deliver food because they're always out. I never, ever get food delivered, ever. I would always rather go out and eat. I hate getting delivery to my house. I think it's pointless unless it's like pizza. But you have all these people who now, because of Corona, I can't say it, because of Rona and all that going on, they're ordering food. And they're ordering food a lot more. And where are they going to go? The place that's free delivery, which is Uber. And then once all of this passes, once all of this is, dust in the wind at some point, Uber is going to have all of these active members. Uber is going to make a ton of money. And then what do? They just start adding 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, $1 to every single order incrementally so that this way us, the consumers, don't even notice that we're paying more money. It goes up such a small rate that in 2 years, Uber Eats will, and I'll talk about my price target of Uber being worth $350 to $500 by 2025. And this is a part of it. By undercutting, by taking the losses, by, getting ridiculed for it, all of this. I also talk about the AI aspect and we can get to that, but that is how they're going to do it, is through undercutting all these people. And then at the end, it's DoorDash and it's Uber. And this is a game for Uber it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And you look at these companies like, Postmates, all these other delivery companies, which I think Postmates and Instacart deliver groceries and other stuff, which I don't even know if Uber's going to get into groceries, but it's a marathon. And I say to you guys as traders all the time that the market can always, go longer than you. You only have so much money. The market will go in the opposite direction all the time. This is kind of the same thing. Bigger company like Uber will not care about eating losses for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, if they have to outweigh every other person and every other company that does what they do until eventually it's Uber and Grub Hub, and maybe one day Uber buys out Grub Hub. So what do you guys think? You think it's a good deal? Think it's a bad deal? Are you thinking of buying Uber? Do you think Uber is overpriced? We're here to talk about Uber. If you hate Uber, if you think it's a terrible company, if you would never invest in it, let me know why. I'm always up for a gentleman-like debate. Shane saw heavy volume coming in for January 15th, $65 Uber calls. Let's take a look. January 15th. Also, if you're new, guys, welcome to the stream. Comment your name. Let me know what's up. Let me know what you trade. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Always trying to grow this community. Always trying to make each other better. So January 15th, I just reset this. So now I had to redo all this crap because this is a new computer. Calls, $65 calls. Let's see. I gotta go through and do all this again. Hold on. Is it possible to like have a mouse, like your computer mouse, like not be correct? I feel like I go to click on something and it's like a little further up than it should be. $65 calls. Jesus. Look at that open interest. 45,000. I had, I sold them on the big rip leading up into earnings. I had December's. They were looking really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, this makes sense. This is a good play, in my opinion. Carlos Savage. What's up, brother? How you doing? Love Uber, buying whenever I can. Yeah, I can't believe Uber hit $13 a share. I always tell all my students that, you know, when Uber is, God, you know, 25 to 30 bucks, it's a good deal. It's fairly priced, you know. If Uber's 20 to 25, you know, that's a really, really good deal. If Uber is 15 to 20 bucks, $20 and below, it's printing money. Let's see. So yeah, this would be a good play because by that point, we'll see where the economy is at as far as the whole Rona situation. We will see what's going on as far as this whole Grub Hub acquisition, because something like this is not going to happen overnight at that point. And here's another reason. I've talked about it before. Why do you think these Januaries are so popular? There's something that Dara, who's the CEO, said at the last earnings call. I don't know if any of you guys are that into Uber. Not the earnings call that just came back on Q1, but Q4. He said by December 2020, they would be a profitable company. And if they were to come out and be profitable, this thing could rip. By the end of the year, it could be, I'm saying by the end of the year, Uber's going to be 80 bucks. Easily. I would look into these. Do I see it hitting the 20s again? No. That is why I haven't cut Uber, or because even today when we started selling off, I was thinking, you know what? Like, listen, if we're going to go back down, if we're going to hit lows, I want to get out. And I thought to myself, no, Uber's not, I don't think Uber could hit 20. Realistically, I think it would hit 25 and bounce. But I don't think Uber's ever going to go down to as low as it was. Because the panic is not there anymore. You know, we talked about in that last video about when the next stock market crashes, why did we have the sell-off? Well, it's fear and it's uncertainty. So we don't have as much uncertainty anymore. That's why I don't think the market's going to get as low as it was before in general. We don't have as much uncertainty. We know Rona doesn't kill as many people as it did. It's still really bad. It's still a problem. It's still affecting the economy. But we're seeing other countries open up. We're seeing other states open up. The beaches near me open up on Memorial Day. All of that. Ashweta just said that they're partially opening up the NYSE on Monday. We see that a whole bunch of people are opening back up. So the uncertainty of the whole Rona situation is no longer there. It's still a problem, but it's no longer there. And I think that Trump is just going to open up the economy whether people want him to or not, and the stock market's going to love that. So I don't think Uber's going to get that low because now investors can look back. You have to realize, let me ask you guys, for anybody new, you might know, anybody who's here, do you know what a lockout period is on an IPO? This played a very important, crucial role with Uber. Do you know what a lockout period is on an IPO? I'll look for answers in a minute. But yeah, so I don't think we're going to hit this low because we had a mix of fear. We had this lockout that happened. And since then, people are seeing, hey, this company's doing fine. You know, they're doing fine during all of this. So I think they're good. I see some people typing on the Discord. Talk about DKNG. It's going to be a fun one. It's tomorrow. When they can't sell until a certain date after the IPO. Very good, Shane. So basically, for anybody who don't know what a VC is, it's a venture capitalist, kind of like a Kevin O'Leary, Shark Tank type of person, and then you have an angel investor, kind of the same thing. Well, there's a lot of big angel investors and VCs in Uber before it went public. There was, what's his name? Gary Vaynerchuk. I think Chamath was one. So all these people who got in during private financing basically got really good deals. Somebody at some point probably got Uber for like $2 a share, 50 cents a share, something along the lines of that. Nora, such great videos. Do you walk your students through placing options in real time, or they have to learn it in the courses provided? What's up, Nora? Thank you so much. I walk them through it. So anybody who doesn't know, I run a private academy. It's $30 a month. We have a whole bunch of different amazing courses. We also have a Discord. I live stream like this every morning. And yeah, I do walk my students through it. There's a ton of courses. There's a ton of live streams. Sometimes if we have like new students, and I record all the live streams. So there's a video library on options, all about that. But they see me in live when I put on a trade. They see me live put on a trade. I walk through why you would take this option, everything that would make me want to, open interest, why I'm picking this date, implied volatility, everything. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people learn to do it themselves, but I'm always here to live go over things and help people. So yeah, but the lockout period basically means, and then we'll get to Greg's question. The lockout period essentially is just that you can't sell. So if I got, let's go all the way back. Let's say I was Gary Vaynerchuk and I got into Uber at like $5 a share, right? And they IPO'd at 36. I couldn't just dump, oh, I forgot I don't have my drawing tool on. I couldn't just go ahead and dump all of my shares at $47 because you could crash the stock. If every venture capitalist who was up thousands and thousands and thousands of a percent, if they all, when it IPO'd, they just dumped their shares and walked away, that would crash the stock. So that's why, if you guys didn't know, Facebook was actually $20 a share. Joe Schmo, what's up, Joe? I thought VC was a Viet Cong soldier. That too, Joe, that too. Little different in the stock market, but yeah. So that's why we had this kind of crash, because this happened back in November. The stock was falling, it was overvalued. We had really bad earnings, and then we had an IPO lockout, and then we kind of bounced and everything fell down. So I don't think we're ever going to get that low again. We also have a really big, going back to here. We also have like a really nice price level around this range of like 27. So we'll see what happens. I'm not too worried about Uber at all. I'm very happy. Very long-term investment. To me, it's really worth the reward and the potential risk. Greg, what do you think about Nokia? I think it's supposed to be Nokia. It says Nicola. Nicola? Is it Nicola? I don't know. I didn't hear anything. Let's take a look. Tesla merging with Nicola. Oh, wow, Nicola's. Oh, Ryan Scribner made a video on that. Let's take a look. I didn't actually hear about this. Did this come out today? I didn't even see where Tesla ended today. Damn, huge squeeze on Tesla. You guys see this? The 4 hour. We have this TTM squeeze. We are either going to rip back up to 900 or we're going to break through these supports and head down to 650. Oh, VITQ? Is that what everybody was talking about? VITQ. Oh, it's a competitor of Tesla. Okay. All right. I kind of understand that then. I didn't been paying attention. It's a competitor of Tesla. Okay, so here we go. This was back in April. Electric vehicle maker Tesla competitor Nikola Motor Group is scheduled to go public later this year after being acquired by SPAC Vecto. So VTIQ. Yep, valuing the company at more than $3 billion. The company, founded and led by billionaire Trevor Milton, has received $4.1 million in paycheck protection money. Okay. I don't know anything about that. I really don't know anything about them. But in general, like, it's got to be good for Tesla. I think Tesla's still so overpriced here. I really do. But anything, I think the Tesla in the long term is a very, very, very good investment. Funny for you guys who are new. Actually, I had $25,000 worth of Tesla back at $189, and I sold it at $240. I remember the day I bought it. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be good for Tesla. And Tesla's money maker. One of the things not a lot of people are going to realize is going to be trucks. And we talked about that before, but like semi-trucks and AI semi-trucks too was going to be insane at some point. Oh, here we go. VTIQ. Jesus Christ. 10 to 35, 229%. Um, Chris White, what's up, Chris? Are you new? I think we're seeing you here. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here. Budweiser's ordering 800 trucks from that Nikola. That's awesome. I know Walmart. This is back when the semi trucks from Tesla originally was like the idea came out. Walmart was going to take a huge order. Tesla's a killer. Tesla's going to be gigantic in the future, and revolutionary. That's why I like Uber too. Kind of bringing it back to Uber. Both of these companies, and I think that people aren't understanding this about Uber right now. And I see a lot of similarities between Uber that I see with Tesla, is that people looked at Tesla for the longest time as a car company. And I made a whole video on this before. I'd question myself because I don't know if it was a video or if it was a stream. But let's take a look, right? At this time, when we had really small movement, Tesla IPO'd and it was just a roadster and Elon Musk, a man with a dream, no plan, nothing. And, they got through that. And then they came out with the Model S, and this is when this big move up was, because Model S was like $130,000, $140,000 car. Then they came out with the Model X. People started realizing like, oh, not only are these cars, they're expensive, but they're not, $200,000-$300,000. Not only are they crazy expensive, they're very, very fast. If this company could make a car that could actually be sold to everybody, he would make a killing. And the thing is that, like, that's why we saw the big fade back down to $180, because as we made this move back, up to $300 and eventually $340, we took this fade because there's a lot of times when investors will look at a company and be like, okay, this is really overvalued. At this point, this was, let's see, half of a year and it dumped 52%. And that's because people and investors look at a company and they're like, okay, look, Tesla Model 3 came out. I don't know how the deliveries are going to be. I don't know what the demand is going to be. I don't know if the demand's going to hold. I don't know if they can actually make a lot of money off of these cars. We don't know how this is going to end for them, and they're not profitable. That was the biggest thing. They were not profitable. And so investing at Tesla at $380, there's a lot of questioning. And it's one of the highest shorted companies in existence. Then when things started to turn around was Model 3. Model 3 was, the Gigafactory was being built in China. Fremont was pumping out a whole bunch of cars. Yes, there were quality issues. Yes, there were a lot of problems with them. But overall, people were buying them, and people are still buying them. People are still buying Model S's. And the company was profitable for 2 quarters, now 3 quarters in a row. And this got ridiculous. This is where everything went parabolic. But people started seeing Tesla as not just a car company. They're a data company, and data sells. I have friends who have Teslas, right? Every time they use AI, like say you were to go on a highway near your house, and you were to turn your AI assist on, and there was a turn, like the Tesla could handle it, but the more it drives, the more data it collects, the more it drives on the roads in your house, the better and better they become. And it's the data company. This company is constantly collecting data, whether it's AI or not, whether you're driving, wherever you're going, it's collecting data, and data is money. The two things that are most expensive in this world is time and data. Time you can't buy. Well, you can buy by, paying other people to do stuff for you. But data pays for everything. And so I think that people used to look at Tesla as a car company. Now they look at it as AI and data. And I think that when people look at Uber, they look at it as a delivery company and a rideshare company, but it's a data company, and it's an AI company, and it's a game changer. And so I think even at some point, Tesla and Uber could merge. They could work on something together. There's a taxi system. Like I just see the sky is the limit for a company like Uber. And I think that people aren't looking at this company like this when it was a $13 stock. People aren't looking at it as the way that we're looking at it here. Nestor, what's up? Hello, I'm new here. Super excited to learn as much as we can. What's up, Nestor? Thank you so much for being here. Exotic R Us. TWLO stresses me out. I feel you. I have some puts. Jason Clay, what's up, brother? And Chris, what's up too? I want to buy options. I'm very confused as to how to do so, and any pointers. Let me help you out. So for any of you guys know, there's a video on my channel that it's really weird. The videos that I make that I put a lot of time and energy into don't do too well. But the videos that I just make off the cusp are like my top videos. And I made a beginner video on options, and I put it out, maybe about a month ago. Here you go. I'm going to put it in the comment section for you guys to check out. Save it. If you can't find it for some reason, you can just go to my YouTube and look up Robinhood beginner options. So I tried to make it in the simplest form possible. Everybody thinks options are so much harder than they really are. And I'll do a public options live stream if you guys want one day. I do it private for my academy. It's really not hard at all. 2 tips: don't ever sell I'm not even gonna talk about that because it's too much. Not that you're not gonna understand. It's just I would have to go into like an hour. Because when I say don't sell options, people mean like I'm talking about selling a contract. So don't worry about that right now. Any pointers? Here's my pointers. They're pretty generic. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. But watch that video and shoot me a comment under it, or I'll give you my email and you could shoot me a DM. I'll also put my academy link. It's in the bottom of that video too. Keep your position sizes small to start. Don't ever go weeklies. So don't ever go and buy a contract that expires 1 week from today. With options, there's what's called theta, which is a decay. It's a poison drip for your money. Basically, every second you hold it, you're losing money. And the further you go out, the less money. And I'll also go into out of the money and stuff in that video. But always go 2 weeks out, 2 weeks further than you think you have to go as far as time. Always look for high volume and high open interest. You want people to be buying it, right? So you can get rid of it. There's not as much volume as there is in the stock market. If you have a stock, it's not hard to sell it. If you have an option that's like a ridiculous option that's out of the money and it's expiring soon, people might not buy it. So you have to be ready for that. You have to make sure it's got high volume, high open interest, and start paper trading with options. I tell a lot of my students, like, you have to be ready to lose 10 times in a row. You're learning a skill, right? Not just going to be good at it. I've been trading for 6 years. My first 2 years, I lost 26 grand. The only reason I'm here today, the only reason I run such a big academy, and the only reason I'm doing this now and I make the money I make is because I never stopped and I never gave up. So you have to be ready to lose. You have to be ready to take those kind of losses. So Nestor, if you need help, shoot me a message. I'd love to have you in the academy, or just check out that video. I'm always here if you guys need me. It's not as hard as people expect. Shweta, I recently bought a Tesla Model X. That explains my love for the stock. Yo, let me be honest, guys. I've driven in Teslas. I've driven a Tesla. I drove a Model S P100D for fun. I didn't plan on buying it. I just test drove it. They're dope cars. I have a lot of friends who are mechanics. Ozzy might be here. He hates them. He hates the way they're built. There are some quality control issues, but they're amazing cars. My next car will probably be a Tesla. Model Y would be dope. They're cutting the price in China for Tesla. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they need more people. For Tesla, they don't make a lot of money off of the Model 3s. Therefore, they're going to have to do volume. Carlos, Uber's data company too. They know where we live. They know where we work. They know where we eat. And yes, you know that. Every single time you order food, they know. They probably know to the point. You ever see there was Target, when Target AI was targeting people with coupons, and they actually there was this one girl, and they were like printing coupons for baby formula, for diapers, for all this stuff, and her dad got like really pissed, and here they found out she was pregnant because of Target. Nuts. But yeah, I mean, Uber might know that every third Friday you come home from work, you're really upset, and you order 2 pizzas to the face. They probably know that. They know every single thing. They know what bars you go to with the boys or the girls. They know what days you eat bagels, what days you order, whatever. Anything you do is tracked. Shweta, they send us updates overnight to download the app. I love autopilot feature. That's sick. I have in my Toyota RAV4, I have 2 cars, completely pointless. But I have an autopilot feature that's nothing like that. It's just kind of like a driver assist. So when I'm on the highway, I don't have to hit the brakes. I drove that straight down 95 from Philadelphia to Florida. So dope. So I can only imagine how a Tesla's is. Cosmos, brilliant AF. What's up, Cosmos? How you doing, brother? AI is going to take over the world. I agree. If you guys didn't already, check out the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk the second time, talking about Neuralink. It's nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Such a bright future for a lot of these companies. I know a lot of people who hate Uber. A lot of people. I've been on Uber for so long as a stock that I actually did a challenge when I started the YouTube 4 months ago, where I got a lot of people saying, like, I don't have money to invest, I don't know how to start. And so what I was doing is I was driving Uber Eats. I didn't have to, like, at all. I just was like, you know what, screw it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So I just downloaded Uber Eats. I started driving Uber Eats, and I would just buy Uber stock every day with the money. Because you can start investing. You don't need a ton of money. Even to start trading, you don't need a ton of money. You know, a couple $100 a month, and you're good. Build the skill, the money will follow, and it's good. Trading's a hard way to live. But I don't know. How long have you guys been trading? Anyone here? There's 15 people still here. We can go over some trading tips and stuff that I go over in the community with some public members. How long have you guys been trading, and how has it been good for you? And or investing too, because I also invest. How has it been going for you guys? Because I'll tell you, the truth is 9 out of 10 traders fail. And in my academy, I would say I've only been doing it for 2 months. About 6% of the people leave. 7% of the people leave after a month or two. And it's sad, but usually because they blow their accounts up, and I go against them. We had a guy who just left a couple weeks, maybe about a week ago. I don't want to say his name. I think he blew his account up. Because he was talking about going all in, and I was like, yo, don't do that. Don't do that. You can't go all in. Risk management, number one. That's what you got to do. Shane, you've been trading for 6 weeks? Dude, I see the profits you post in the academy. That's insane. Jesus Christ. Dude, you just killed it on spot puts. So you've been trading for 6 weeks. You're already trading options? Dude, that's so sick. Nestor signed up for the academy yesterday. Awesome, Nestor. That's so dope. Let me know if you need anything. It's the academy seems like a lot. The Discord seems like a lot, but it's really not. The Discord, there's a ton of stuff. If you need any help, shoot me a DM. But thank you for joining, man. Shane, as soon as I joined with you, dude, you're killing it. You made more money than me, I think, this week. That's so sick. I'm so happy about that. My biggest thing that I would say to you is just to don't get ahead of yourself. I don't think that you are. You seem very, what did I say earlier? Calculated. You seem very calculated. But just don't get ahead of yourself. That's what I did. I for the longest time, I started with $500, got to 1,000, got to 1,500. I was adding a little bit of money from my part-time job at that time. I just kept adding money and adding money and adding money, and then I got to like 25 grand, and I got over the PDT rule. And I was like, you know what? I've been waiting for almost 2 years now. Now it's time to become a millionaire. You know what happened? Started trading like a nut. I was doing around 30 to 40 round trips a day, because I always said to myself, and I was a day trader then. I don't really day trade anymore. I always said to myself, oh yeah, you know, if I caught Uber off of the EMA, or if I caught Uber off of here, and then I scalped here, and then I got out, and then I scalped here again, like, it's always in hindsight, it seems a lot easier. But what I did was I ended up, one day I made 5 grand in a day, made 6 grand in a day, made 2 grand in a day, got so ahead of myself. Then I got up to 55 grand. And you know what I did? I started putting $55,000 in every single trade I took. And it didn't work well. I'll tell you that. Lost 26 grand in a month. Lost 10 grand in a day. I should have quit. I really should have. I mean, in hindsight, I didn't. But a lot of people think this is going to be a lot easier than it is. And I'm telling you guys, it's not. If you want to be a trader, I tell my students all the time, this is not an easy way to make money. It's not. You can make a lot of money. You can be free. When I travel, when I go away to Miami in a couple months, I'll be trading. I will be running my academy from Miami on my computer. It's dope. But I put a lot of heart, and I put a lot of, dude, some nights I cry myself to sleep, not gonna lie. I remember the first night I lost 10 grand in a day. And I was like, dude, you're a failure. You know, so just work your way through it. Shane, I'm a teacher, but I have a side hustle. I'm investing in my side hustle money. That's dope. That's good. Always have multiple streams of income, especially now. Look at all that's going on. You can't rely on an employer, and you most certainly cannot rely on your government to bail you out, to pay you money. Look at unemployment. Government can't even pay people money out, you know? So you gotta rely on yourself. Like, even now, not talk a lot about myself. I started the academy. For those of you who don't even know, I started the academy 2 months ago. February, this was not a thing. I started YouTube. We have 1,500 subscribers. I started that 3 or 4 months ago. Not like literally, we went from when Dredge, for those of you who know who Dredge is, when he joined the academy a month and a week ago, 5 weeks ago, there was 21 academy students. Right now we have 205 in 5 weeks. So that shows you something. Number one, you can start making money as long as you have a good work ethic and everything, and you put your heart into stuff. You start making money online pretty quickly. You just have to find out what you're really, really good at and what you love. And the second thing is, people want to learn this. But I want to be here to tell people how to learn and why you should learn. You should not be learning this so that you can quit your job in the next 2 weeks or next 2 years. You should be learning this to make a side income, to build a skill that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. If you got hit by a car tomorrow and you broke both of your legs, you could trade. Shweta. Have been an investor turned trader due to lockdown. I've blown a sizable crypto account last year. I thought of trying the stock market. All right, let me ask you, Shweta. You're one of our advanced traders. Why do you think you blew that account up? Hello? Can you guys hear me? I hit the back button on this stupid mouse and I got out of the stream. So hopefully you guys didn't lose me for good. Hopefully I'm still here. But so if you can hear me, just say you can hear me because I can't see. But I'll ask you, Shweta, how did you blow that crypto account? Most of the times it's usually greed. Hear you. Thank you, Shane. Still getting used to this computer. I feel like a caveman. I picked up the wrong computer today. That's how dumb I am. Good question, Nora. What other YouTube trading gurus do you emulate or admire? Tough one. The reason it's tough is because I don't want to smack talk other people. Because there's a lot of other people that I started, they got me to start trading. But then I realized, this is not right. There's a lot of people out there. So as far as YouTubers, not trading, but gurus, I love Graham Stephan. Ryan Scribner's good. Andre Jakeith, he's good too. Ricky Gutierrez got me trading. I would not follow his trading methodology at all. I do not agree with what he does, but he got me trading. I love Gary Vee. My problem with Gary Vee is he's kind of too much like me, and I had to stop doing that. We're both very animated and you gotta get this done now. You gotta work 1,000 hours a day, and you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. And so I gotta be more calculated, in my opinion. But I do love Gary. Honestly, there's not a lot of people that I would say, as far as trading, strictly trading. Tim Sykes, no bueno. Trades all, not even him as a person, but he trades all OTC, which is out. You can't even trade them on Robinhood because they're not even able to be in the stock market. Trades a lot of that crap. Same with Steve Ducks, Tim Grattani. I would never do that. Ricky Gutierrez, I would not do. I wouldn't say that he's bad He got me trading. I owe a lot to him, but I would say when it comes to the overall market and the economy and why things move, I don't think he understands that. He trades triple leverage ETFs to either side. It's whatever. It works. He makes money. I'm happy for him. Good guy. Good guy. I'll totally say that. I was part of his group for years. Good guy. But I wouldn't say to emulate him. His principles are kind of the same principles as mine, like use stop losses, position size, risk management, that kind of stuff. There's a guy, his name's Ty Cody. He runs an academy called Volatile Alpha. No, you're good. Don't worry, Nora. I feel like I should talk about this but he is very, very reserved and very quiet about himself. He does not. He doesn't like go out and just post everywhere like join this. I'm making all this money. Look at how much. He's amazing. His courses for some newbies is a little pricey. I think it's like $1,500, where mine's $30 a month, which will be going up. It's going to go up to anybody who joins before June 1st. It's going to be $30 a month for life, and then it's going to go up to $50 a month if you don't join before June 1st. And September it's going to go up to $100. Now the reason that people have more expensive courses and stuff is to wean out the people who are not serious about this. I get a lot of people, and Ricky Gutierrez gets a lot of people who join and then they just never do it. They lose money and they're gone. That's why I'm raising the price. Not even to make more money myself. I make more than enough money trading. It's just to keep serious people. And anybody who, obviously you guys who are in the academy know, like your price is never going to go up. If you're in at $30, you're in $30 for life. But yeah, Nora, not to sound egotistical, but I like Ty Cody a lot. I love his stuff. But I started this because there wasn't anybody besides Ty that I would say, hey, do what they do. Emulate them. There was none. And YouTube is a very, very saturated place. But I said, screw it. I feel like I have a lot to share with the world. The results that we get are pretty good. Like for a lot of people are making a lot of money in our academy right now. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, you're not going to lose money. It happens. Whatever. But it's the psychology. And that's why, Nora, like, I don't know anybody who talks about market psychology, trading psychology. That's who I want to be. It's all psychological. You could make, let me go back to TOS. You could make, let me just remove all my studies. Let's just remove this. You literally could sit here, learn how to read candlesticks. You could make a ton of money just using an EMA, an RSI, and a MACD. Easily. When people join my courses, I tell people this. When people join my courses, they think I have this specific strategy. Like, yes, I do have my own strategy. They think I have this one indicator that's going to teach them everything they need to know. They think I have this formula that's going to make tons of money. No. You know what my strategy is? I do. I have a strategy. I have a specific strategy that I use and I talk about it. But you know what makes me a profitable trader? What has kept me profitable? What has made me do this full time for the past 6 years? I manage risk. Ask my students. I lose. Out of 10 trades, I'll lose about 2 or 3 times. But I don't ever really eat like a monstrous loss. I understand when to walk away. I understand position sizing. That's all it is. It's like if I told you in a blackjack table, you can win 7 out of 10 times if you do specifically X, Y, Z. And you said, cool. Like you would play that game all day and print a ton of money. But then you start to get bored. You're not making money fast enough. You want to make a little more money. So you start doubling up your bets, tripling up your bets. That's where you start to mess up a lot. And it's all psychological. So Shweta, I asked her, why did you blow up that crypto account? She said, I didn't have stop losses. I didn't, and you didn't have me. Oh, thank you. And you were careless and greedy and just very careless. I just didn't have discipline and I'm still learning. Yeah. That's the biggest thing, guys. It's discipline. That's all it is. And that was my biggest problem. I lost all my money because I was greedy. I lost it all because I was not disciplined. And Shweta says, Ricky only trades you guys and DCADs, ETNs. There's no variety and there's no learning stuff at all. I agree with you. And I'm not calling Ricky out for this, but there is This is why I'm very open about my portfolio. This is why I show you guys everything. He has been accused of having, and I'm not saying this is true, because I don't know, but he has been accused of having, so for those of you who don't know, there's D-Gas, right, and there's U-Gas. They both trade off of natural gas. If natural gas goes up, U-Gas goes up. I don't trade this stuff, but U-Gas goes up. If if natural gas goes down, D-Gas goes up. It's the inverse. So what some people do, and this is what he's been, I think it's just haters though, I don't know if he really does this, but this is what he's been, I guess, said that people have done, and he's been, ridiculed for it, but I don't think he has really, is that he will buy on, because you can have multiple TOS accounts. You can have like 10. He'll buy D-Gas on one account, and he'll buy U-Gas on the other account, and then he'll only show which position he actually took a trade in. And he trades live every morning, but most of the time he's not actually closing positions, and he's not actually doing stuff. But I don't think he does that. Honestly, I think he's real. I actually feel bad for the guy, because when you're that big, you get a lot of hate. I get a lot of hate. I mean, I'm not big, and he doesn't seem to take it too well, but he's a good dude, so I'm not gonna badmouth anybody here. You don't make money picking the right stock. You make money managing your risk. Entries and exits are important, but most important is managing your risk. You are 1000% right, Shweta. You are right. And the same thing goes for investments. All right? If you're here and you're an investor, you're not a trader, you don't care about trading, it's the same thing. Managing your risk. That's all it is. All right, cool, guys. Any questions? Any questions on Uber? Any questions on trading? In general, if you want to join the academy, you can check out the options video I posted, and then you can join. The link will be in there, and I will also post the link in this description once I upload this video. But thank you guys, seriously, thank you for everybody. Like, I was talking to my buddy today. We started this channel. Well, I started this channel like 4 months ago. We're up to 1,500 subscribers. It's so sick. So happy. So happy I get to wake up every day, get to hang out with you guys. I get to trade. I get to do the stuff that I love for a living. And that's kind of my goal, is to help other people do that. It's really, really sick. Are all your trades covered? What do you mean by covered, Carlos? Like every trade I take? If that's what you're talking about? Or are you talking about like my options? Are they covered? Like covered calls and stuff? Every trade that I take is in the Discord for the Academy. We have a Discord. Every trade is in the Discord. If you go to my positions, you'll see every single thing that I own, everything that I'm buying, everything that I'm selling. Let's see. Let's just kind of go over. I'm not going to tell you guys like I made a ton of money. Look how much. Closed a position on Boeing today, up $446. DGX closed up $75. Actually, it was up like $500, but I didn't get out. I lost $1,200 on SPY puts. I'm up $450 on Snap puts. What else? Up $300 on Fizz puts. Closed $500 on Chewy puts. Lost $150 on Bitcoin. Oh, covered calls. I thought you mentioned something about that. Okay, yeah. No, you're right. All right, so let's do, since we have some new people here, let's talk about this. Even though it has, I'll make a full video on this, and I'll do a full live stream if you guys want. Maybe on like a Sunday night or something. But let's go over covered calls. So let's take Uber for example. There is, when you guys buy options, right? I'm trying to not go too sideways here, but it's important. When you guys buy an option, somebody is writing that. So what'll happen is, let's go here. Let's go to these January calls right here. Somebody thinks, because they're selling this, somebody does not think that Uber is going to be worth $65 a share. So if you're trying to make money writing options, this is why I say don't ever do this though. If you want to make money writing an option, you would write something that could potentially happen, because the better chances of it happening, the more money you make, but you want to think it doesn't happen. So let's say I'm bullish on Uber. I own 100 shares of Uber. The reason it's a covered call is because I own the shares. If I don't own the shares, it's called naked. So if I'm writing, let's zoom out. Say I think by the end of this year, I'm bullish on Uber. I like Uber. So I have 100 shares, right? I'm an investor in Uber. But let's say I don't think Uber is going to be worth $80 a share by the end of the year. I actually do. But let's say I don't think it's going to be worth $80 a share by the end of the year. What I could end up doing is I could sell a call, and it would be a January 15th $80 strike, right? Because here's the thing. If somebody buys that from me, I collect a premium. If you don't know what a premium is, watch the video in the comments that I posted. If Uber hits $80 a share, I owe that person 100 shares of Uber. But here's the thing. Because it's covered, I've been holding this and I've been making money the whole time. So I've actually been gaining money on my shares. You understand? If it was naked, I'd be screwed because now I owe that guy $800. I owe the guy $800. Actually, $8,000. I owe the guy $8,000, but I don't have the money because I don't have these puts. These shares. But if I actually own the shares and the stock's going up and up and up, I'm making money on the shares. But I'm going to end up losing money because I got to pay him those shares. But now the goal would be I write a Uber January $85 call. Say it goes up to $60. I make the money off of my shares. The guy who bought my contracts loses everything, and I keep his premium. That's the goal. It's kind of hard if you guys don't understand how options work. It's kind of hard to understand that. Watch that basics video I posted in the comments, and we'll do a whole stream on that sometime. William Lindsay. What's up, William? Last week, I pulled your move of selling my Twilio option early. Still made $600 on it. That's dope. This week, Twilio option, I did the opposite. I was up 1,100 and I held, and now it's 182. Yep. Happens. Share a story with you guys. Killing me. We were watching Spy in the Academy for a couple weeks. We have this really nice head and shoulders pattern here, which is very bearish. Me and Shane and Oz and a couple other people started buying puts as it was going up and up and up and up and up because we were looking to see it get rejected here at 290. It didn't. I went in with too much money. Normally, I go in puts like $5,000 is the most I'll put into a put. I was in here $10,000. It dumped on Wednesday. I went from being down $4,000 to only being down $1,300, and I was happy. I did the right thing. I sold because it could have bounced here. Instead, what did it do? It died. I checked when we were at Lowe's today. I checked how much my contracts were worth. If I would have held that position, I would have been up $36,000. And instead, I sold for a $1,300 loss. Happens. If you're going to be a trader, if you're going to be an investor, you have to detach yourself from money in general. You have to detach yourself. But it happens, William. Happens to the best of us. All right, cool, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you already haven't, hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to join our academy, I will put the link in the description of this video once it's posted, or you can watch the options video here in the comments, and the link will be there. I think I was giving away a free month at one point then. That's no longer there because we had people like putting wrong credit cards in there and stealing our intellectual property and stuff, so I'm not doing that anymore. But love to have you guys. Thank you so much for everything. And until next time, guys, I'll see you. Peace.